Hello and welcome back to Conquest of Elysium 5. Our druids are spawning gods into the world as we make our way across. We have basically taken from east to west on the northern chunk of the map. I feel like we have about 50% of the continent roughly under our control. I am seeing stuff like catapults starting to pop out down here, which I don't love. Our biggest threats right now is there is an illusionist army wandering around the map that is really, really big and really, really dangerous. Other than that, I feel like the Bakemonos are almost done. We're literally fighting them for control of probably their second last location. Their two last locations here and here. The human player is the like Roman soldiers are down in this area. They're mostly wiped out. The dwarves recently got removed. The witch is somewhere down here, and I feel like we're on a good path. I have no idea where Blue's main base is. I know he's got this old castle ruin here right now, but he mostly seems to be a roaming army. And we have recently summoned these three dudes, the hooded spirits, who are big bulky gods that work together as like a triple triad of spell casting. But we ended on an intern with some big fights. Why don't we open them up this morning? This is our new three-headed goat god. Not three-headed goat, ram-headed serpent god. In our army with all of our beholders and primal beings. Just designed to absolutely slaughter bases like this. I believe, yeah, we have a cockatrice in here as well, so that's petrifying gaze on people, turning them all to statues. That is a very strong army we got going. And we are starting to build out a lot of our trees are basically coming alive. So not only are the forests full of monsters and, well, animals, but now we have like massive amounts of forest shepherds starting to move out from all of our forests and take the areas nearby, which is amazing for us. I tell you what, you're going to actually go for that Bakemono show first, and then you can take the base afterwards. There is a portal in this rainbow. We could go through it. It leads to the sky. Oh, a sky over a guard tower. Oh, interesting. So we have another entrance to the sky way over here, this mountain spire, which we've also been up. Cool. I don't really want to spend a lot of time in the sky. It seems like a dangerous place for us to be. But I like that we can kind of like see around from there. Obviously, this is a path to the sky as well. I don't know what this is a path to. Some sort of underground. Oh, that's a shadow wood. Okay. All right, we're going to go for this. Because that we can heal that shadow wood and create another ancient forest, which is very, very good for us. In the meantime, we also have these two new wizards who are basically just saving up money, but going around and gobbling up a bunch of these massive armies in the woods that have been forming. They've been doing a bang-up job with that. And we discovered I think a gate to Hades, which I'm still in some debate what I want to do with. Part of me is like, let's invade. And the other part of me is like, that doesn't seem like a good idea. Wow. Oh, wow, these guys are really strong. They can basically tree an entire army. All of our shepherds going around and killing these dudes. The hag also has a shepherd, which is less good for us. So I think you're going to enter that gateway, and then I mean, it's winter right now, but I think the best way is just to walk down here. As slow as that might be. And let you keep picking up more guys. This is a pretty chunky army now. My 2 spellcasters, they've got 189 units. Okay. I think I'm going to have them kill that Hydra. And maybe also that dragon. And also, maybe also that Mound King. Guard towers, hamlets. 10 ballista. Yuck. That is not something we particularly want to fight with. Yeah, we're not having a lot of luck finding any more awakened forests down here. Or forests to awaken, I should say. Kill those Bakemono. Nice! Ryoka the Bakemono has been eliminated. So that's 1 more player down. And other stuff is going great here for the most part. So we shouldn't have too much trouble from the north then. There is this hag, which I feel like is probably the biggest, worstest hag. Helmet of the Ifrit can be used to burn down forest. That's what's been burning down my forest. She also has a Tome of the Afterlife, so I think she might have actually killed the illusionist. What is this? A root monster. Cool. I feel like the hag and I should be best friends, but we're not. I'm gonna have you keep going. There are another ton of bears and deers and boars and wolves and snakes. So we will keep adding to that pile. A Lar? Interesting. There's an ancient temple up here as well. She killed the illusionist, not the faction, just the hero. Yet she lost against... I lost against it, and she beat the army. Which is probably saying something quite a lot about her army. We keep getting into these fights where it's like Warden against Warden, and they keep getting the big trees. We are killing all those spiders in the forest, though, which is really nice. I guess we'll summon a wild hunt today. Because we also talked about doing that. So why not? Coastal hamlets down here. Pick up some more animals. And then we'll go fight that Hydra. And hope that that will be enough to deal with it. To be honest, I don't really know how the Hydra holds up. I know it regenerates, but it seems like yeah, we can kill it with this. You got an emerald staff in that fight. Here's my tree who summons mushrooms, which is really good tree. And that was against the Lar, which did not seem to hold up very well against all those chimeras. Ghosts fighting trees. Trees come out on top. You poisoned? No, you're lucky. Lucky ducky. The Sleepy Wolds. I feel like somebody also just picked up... You picked up a new item in this army? You have the Ring of Shadows. You picked up a Emerald Staff. Summon at the start of battle. Ghost. Hades immunity. Immune to the damaging effects of being on the plane of Hades. Well, now I want to invade more than ever. Let's go fight that red dragon. Town of Typhia. All right, I guess we'll take you next. Something tells me this might be where they are spawning most of their units to, but all of these guard towers also count as citadels, so. Probably should recruit some units to defend these locations. At least from seaborne problems. You are fighting Yakut and a bunch of mushrooms. That's interesting. Can you summon enough bushes to... Can the trees come alive to fight the mushrooms? It does seem to be the case. But they do take some pretty bad damage. And then we're going to fight this dragon with our huge army here. I mean, we are winning it at great cost, but... Staff of Lightning, Cloak of Mirrors. And then that army just gets dunked. I want to know where that Forest Shepherd is. The purple one that just keeps running through my dudes. I would assume it's got to be up here somewhere, but... Like, it's interesting because our four shepherds don't actually have, like, color on them, so... Can't really tell who belongs to who. They promised at the end of the last episode, if you don't, someone, not saying it'll be me, but someone will remind you about it in the comments. This is true. This is facts. My birds have taken these mausoleums and forests. That's nice. Very, very cool of them to do. We'll start healing that. So these guys picked up Cloak of Mirrors, 4 constant mirror images. And Staff of Lightning, you can cast Chain Lightning in combat. Here's the funny thing. You already have Chain Lightning. So I feel like I should maybe give that to the other guy. Clamoring for it for 2-3 days now. Hades immunity. Not that Agent reads or responds to comments, not on one particular video. I respond to basically every comment. Not always every comment, but basically every comment. An Ice Witch. Yeah, well, obviously I want to recruit you. Try to get some lads around here. Ice Witch, what do you have? Wanda. She's got mirror armor. That's pretty nice. Freeze, Frost, Winter Ward, and Encase in Ice. To visit the library is 600 gold. Certainly doable. Something tells me we're going to Hades. Deep down, didn't we always knew that was the case? You're going to revive an ancient forest. Recuperating ancient forest. I guess we might as well summon some crows down here to do some exploring as well. I'm going to want to play in some guardians because I can't do any of the other fancy stuff there yet. And then, yeah, you know what? You might as well start going this way and exploring the areas we have out here. I think I'm going to just put Wanda on Sentry. ballista. Man, I do not like all the outposts and ballista shenanigans that these guys get. You have 79 units. No, you don't even have that many. I think I actually need to separate these guys out so that they can all summon all their things. Okay, you want a wild hunt. Lord of the Hunt. Herne, the Lord of the Hunt. Sometimes the barking of dogs can be heard when no hunt has been called. Close your door shut and hide in your bed, lest madness or worse stare and dog take you, for the wild hunt is afoot. The Horn of the Hunt. Strikes anywhere. Magic spear. You're a planar immortal being. You also get some deer and some boars and a lot of wolves. So can I summon wild hunts more than once? I guess probably not. He acts independently before my faction. Okay. Oh, well, I definitely should have summoned him a long time ago if that's the case. Get a few more mythics in here. Cool. Oh, we got the big tree this time. Okay. This is very funny. He almost beat me on that. That was a tough tree. Since you don't control him, he does his own thing. His army will consist of animals in your forests. He'll go around and he'll pick up all the animals in my forests. If so, that's very good. Oh my god. Oh, we should have summoned this so long ago then. When will I learn? Hyena tribe. Voice of L is similar mechanics. Cool. Who has this guy? I want to summon lots of animals here to sort of just reinforce this army. Oh man, so if I had summoned him over here, say if I summoned him in Valadoon, he'd get all of these and then probably make his way south. Dangerous monster boar. It's gonna just summon up a bunch of big mystic guys here as well. Lots of Leogryphs, nice. Couple of wyverns. All right, I feel good about this set of armies. You can combine everybody together here. We got 141 units. I don't have the ability to teleport with them, and I don't know that I can unlock it. I guess we'll see. Does the same thing, but with humans and surprisingly, stupidly strong holy units. Ooh, cool. How are you going to do in the plane? Not great. Those guys will do fine. Those guys will do fine. Dispossessed spirits. These guys look a little different than normal. Can't tell if they just belong to somebody. Silver mine with an iron gate. I mean, that's going to spawn a whole bunch of dwarves that I don't particularly want to be fighting. I think I'm just going to take this guy out and summon a bunch of birds down here. Because this is, again, a huge section we don't have scouted. Take that silver mine, just for the money. Okay, we now have the edge of this explored. Yeah, this guy cannot unlock fairy paths. That's interesting. You know what? Shepherds will claim all these hamlets. So I'm just going to start sending this guy down south. No, I'm going to send you over here. Because this hag is burning down all my forests slowly. And it's becoming a problem. Turk is attacking Hades in a mountain. Ah, okay. Alright. An amulet of hate on a primal deer. A horror helmet on my spellcaster. Yeah, that guy just keeps sending huge armies through that portal. We're gonna need to figure out some way to lock that down. Birds, birds, birds. We're gonna go that away. Sorry, you had a primal deer pick that up, I think? Is it the amulet of hate was here? Really don't know who ended up with that. A crossbowman with a poison cloud wand. Right, I guess the beholders don't really have hands. Yeah, look at this. Amulet of hate, charm, immunity, and berserker. Heals a battle affliction. Debilitating wound. That's going to heal, I assume, over time. Question is, who can I give this amulet of hate to? Perhaps this primal moose. Rank +2, charm, immunity, berserker. Diseased. Never healing wound. Oh, well, maybe not you then. None of these guys are healthy, like, at all. 2 ways to defeat a faction. The potion can be used via overmap menu. Yeah. What are the 2 ways to defeat a faction? Because I know you can take all their citadels. But I'm not certain I know the other way. All generals are all unit creation locations. Oh, okay. Hard to kill all their generals. Considering how quickly they make units. What are you? Ancient Hydra. You're an even bigger version of the Hydra. I don't love that army, I'll tell you. You could do that while never fighting the big stacks. I mean, I feel like the longer I don't fight the big stacks, the worse they become, though. Alright, you were just meant to be summoning crows. So we could do some scouting. You'll take that. Temple Pyramid. Which is not a location? It is a citadel. Something is likely to happen when this activates special location. Well, I want to do that. I guess let's just kill this group of units. New tree is ready? Ooh. Thunder gauntlets. Wow, dude, that tree spawned. That tree grew really fast compared to our other trees. What's the main difference between this and Dominion 6? Dominion 6 is more focused on individual locations, building up cities. It's got more of a 4X mechanic of like expand, exploit. This one is kind of more of an RPG. Really, like you play as a specific hero, a class, and then all of your abilities sort of spawn from that, and your gameplay changes dramatically depending on who you are. So as a druid, for example, like all I'm really trying to do is go around the world and reinvigorate awakened forests so that they spawn trees, that they spawn animals, and it makes it impossible for all the other factions to get around. And then eventually it's like we want to start up the wild hunt and wipe out society. But everybody kind of have different mechanics and different rules. So can I activate this? The winters will now be longer. No. The winters will be short. Murderous Mist. Owned by Yakut. I don't know what that does, but certainly I want to find out. Just gonna climb into these mountains, because if I can avoid all those ballista, I feel like those ballistas will be the death of me if I try to go in there. Hard to say. You got a lot of big animals. Graveyard here with a banshee. This hag is actually, it's kind of funny. My forest shepherds just keep pushing out her from this location. So there is a hag wandering around, but like slowly but surely all of our guys are kind of just killing that squad. I hope that guy is growing his army. I want him to be big. Ultimate win condition is a last man standing. Okay. Yes. Dude, I love these guys. These trees that just bring the entire forest alive. This guy who summons these poison mushrooms poisons himself just to fight spiders in the north. Like, that one tree is a legend. I don't even know where he is up here anymore. There he is. Literally just trying to go around here and get rid of all these spider thickets on his own. There's a couple other forest shepherds who have started to join him now. Oh, you can actually see there's like a whole ton of them. So like the forest from over here has basically come alive and is marching north to take these locations. Ah, it's really cool. The automated systems in this game, I think, are awesome. Really, really satisfying. I don't know, man. 36. I think, screw it. Let's try it. Why the heck not? So you need to Heart of the Forest, and then Shepherd of the Wood, and then you need to Lord of the Wild, but you can't do that for another turn. So right now we have a giant tree here that will protect this location and expand into all nearby forests, and then we also have the forests are coming alive. soon they will start also growing animals. Ooh, what happened there? Murderous Mist. Everyone took 15 turns of poison at the beginning of this round. Damn, that's a good enchantment. My spellcaster just doing like 700 damage, deleting 800 damage. Dude. That was a mean fight. So we have 15 rounds of ballista fire here. Yeah, I think I made a mistake. I think my god's gonna die. 4, 3, 2, 1. He's got very low HP. Ooh, no, he's dead. Now, he's never truly dead. He revives on the primordial plane. But I don't know what happens to his army if he doesn't have a commander. These snakes crawling over the wall. That's pretty cool. I love that. Ah, damn. Ring of Protection, 1,000 Medicine Bowl, Serpent Amulet. It stays there, but you can't move it. Well, I guess that's not the worst. A Pyromancer is available for hire. Ah, okay. So this outpost... But honestly, that's not the worst. It means there's now 77 places, 77 guys like defending that place. I could summon Dog Lad the Pyromancer, which I guess I will, along with 10 archers and a hornblower and some swordsmen. So you can take these guys, these guys, these guys, these guys, these guys, those dudes, these dudes, these dudes, these dudes, these dudes, the rabbits, the tiger, the goats, a small spider, a rabbit familiar. And we'll just leave the humans here. My next question is what amulet do you have? Magic Spores summons blood fungus. This scout has Alchemist's Armor, Thunder Gauntlets, a Ring of Protection, and 1,000 Medicine Bowl. I feel like let's all give that to my hero to start. I think I'm going to give that blood fungus to, like, that moose. So I feel like that stuff is more valuable in my inventory. You have a Pendant of Luck. You have a Serpent Amulet. Boosts Serpent Magic +1. Fireball, Incinerate, Flame Burst. Apothecary and Fast Heal. I guess that Ring of Protection we could put in the front as well. And why don't we give him the Amulet of Luck? Probably. I'll tell you what, no, let's give that to the bear. Let's give him the Serpent Amulet. Till we figure out exactly what he's doing. He's going to want some time to heal here anyway. Definitely if there's 94 units to our north. Isis was his name. Yeah, it doesn't look like he spawned automatically, so... Lord of the Wilds. A third Beholder. Another big pig. Lots of pigs. Big pig army. This guy has 3 beholders in his army. It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't know what to do with him. You lost basically your entire army taking this. And you are like in deep to enemy territory. Now that being said, the Farmer's Refuge is a recruitable location. I could just start getting units down here. And then transferring them into her squad. Alternatively, I could bring her back. Pick up the other Ice Witch as well. Kill this Banshee. Yeah, you know what? We'll start moving her back. Dude, that Banshee is mean. Death Whale burst 25. Hot damn. Spend an infinite amount of herbs to try and get him back. I'm writing the name down. We'll know if it's the same dude. That Banshee just slaughtered my army. It's so funny how, like, one unit makes such a difference. Yeah, that's a pretty big army there. I don't know if I'm better off staying behind the walls. Can't really decide. Or the hunt's only got 41 units. I tell you what, I'm going to do a triple crow summon here. I know we have a fair bit of crows down here, but there's still like a lot of directions to explore in. So I can summon up those crows and then I can send him probably over here. Take Rye Tower, take Small Keep, and start pushing those guys out. Ooh. Oh, nice. We do good against Spider Queens even in the open. Valuable information. Well, I want to attack these guys, but I just don't know it's a good idea. Pretty even fight, and I have fireballs. One to 8, burst 1, range of 6. I guess that can be useful. We have Beast Knight for recruitment. Special, but not too special. Blue has a tower down there. Yeah, I think let's get rid of these guys first. So, here. Oh, the tower. Shoot. All right, I'm going to grab this library first. Guess you have that graveyard. Might want him for a better fight. The Fireball list. have a handful of archers and a handful of swordsmen. And a hornblower. Okay. Some warriors would give them javelins. AI is avoiding you, but maybe reinforcing. Yeah, like part of me is thinking about just like grabbing that iron mine and then sneaking in. I guess what I could do is at least scout like that. Get a little bit more information about like what's around me. Just realizing I can click spacebar to get rid of notifications. To press like OK. I feel like so much of these games is just learning the hotkeys. Ah, we got a lot of big animals here. It's really hard to say how we would do. Like, they have javelins, which are annoying. Those are Triari. But, like, really what these guys are good at is not taking damage from range, and that's not really our thing. I don't want him to take this town either, so I'm gonna do it. If he dies, he dies. We're gonna summon some more crows around here that will hopefully go up and explore that direction. You are... This is going to grab these hamlets and then make your way back to the tower. Giant moral. I don't know where the Hag's army went. Okay. He decided to attack the dwarf queen. Got about as well as you could expect. Really know what he was thinking there. Here's our swamp fight. That's so funny. The moose summoned all these blood fungus that do poison clouds. It's actually really good. This is all coming down to fireball spells. I don't think he's got it. He does not. Okay, there's the Hag. My birds. Boar Knights, Beast Warriors. Alright, we're gonna put some Boar Knights down there. So this like doesn't have a leader in it, but I guess they can just summon these guys. 60 units. Those are some big 60 units, man. Then again, we are also some big units. So many birds, so many boars. Yeah, we got a lot of boars. Dang it. I hope that bird won. I don't think it did. The computer is now having to go around my forests because they are so thick with troops. Like, they used to just cut through the wood of many paths, and now they're like, nope, we're going all the way around and down to these mines. Which, you know, both good and bad. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna hope it's the right choice. And I'm gonna go triple crow summon here again. I mean, this does feel like the army that is the real winning army. Fours. Oh, okay. Here's this fight. Oh, you have a Catalobus. We saw one of these at the, like, the very first round. I feel like very early in the game. Yeah, I'm a little worried our spellcasters are not going to be good enough to kill this egg. Trying really hard to tree all of them, but it's not really doing it. Catalopus is gonna probably die. But these guys have got like insane regeneration. I think we just charmed the Hydra. I believe that is what's happening here. Well, that's a hell of a way to turn that around, if so. She's mind controlling my animals, but the swamp thing is healing big time, yeah. Okay, our Hydra vanished. What is this thing? A swamp drake. I literally looked over to chat, looked back, and our Hydra was gone. Two of our dudes are dead. This thing is 253 out of 121 HP. How do you even do that? Causes dread, unaging, adept spell scroll, incorporate. Oh, that's what happened to our Hydra. It literally absorbed it into it. Oh my god. This game would be insane with Total War graphics. Yeah, I feel like it also would not run. If we could kill that witch. That would be really nice. She's only got 15 HP. I think we're donezo with this guy. You are so close. Fire shield. Poison resistant, acid resistance, fire resistant. She's got 2 HP. Oh my god, I think we killed her. Now, I don't know how we kill this thing is the other problem. Doppelgangers down here. That's pretty cool. No, that Hydra will kill me. Wow, dudes. Holy smokes. I mean, at least the witch is disabled. Like, that army is shut down right now. Oh, unless you are in charge of the army. Homie's got all my items too, which I don't love. There's my, like, spirit ring. So that was what was on Turgus. Yeah, so they definitely did kill the elementalist, the illusionist, sorry. I mean, I could teleport my main army back there. They could definitely kill it with all the disintegrate beams. That might be what we have to do. I need another Lord of the Hunt. Did I win or lose that? I mean... I don't think there's a direct answer to that, to be honest. Both? Technically, that character we had didn't die. He just went back to the primal plane. So we still have something good going on there. Right, I guess I should save up some money so that these guys can also study at the academy. Though, hard to say. Little shame we lost that pyromancer because I was sort of collecting a group of like all the different types of mages. Bird versus Triarius. Triarius wins. Is that a hag? Another hag. Autumn is here. That is Yakut the Bog Witch. When the witch died, her soul formed a new body from the swamp where her life force was still strong enough to manipulate. By dying, the witch picked up some traits from the dead and is now more powerful than ever. Should the Bog Witch be slain, she will simply reform her body in another swamp and live on yet another time. The only way to slay the Bog Witch is to cleanse all swamps from the witch's influence and then slay her. Are you for real? That's cracked. You can play as that character. She lived long enough to cast that ritual? Oh, and that's like a special ritual. I don't even know where she spawned from. I guess she probably has a bunch of these swamps. Sure. Selena, Wanda. Wait a minute. Didn't we have another spellcaster in this army? Did he die? Oh, he totally did. Causes fear. I didn't realize that. Butts. Well, I want to kill that Bog Witch. So I'm going to chase her down. And I want to kill that swamp thing, more importantly. How the turns have tabled. I know, right? They got big and chunky real quick on us. You might as well grab these bears and these moose and these deers and these snakes. Tentercrix the Vorbatrap. Don't spend all your money, Agent. Stop spending all your money. You want to learn cool new spells. You can't do that if you spend all your money. Ooh, this big spider thicket fight. Still no problem. Okay, I don't know what's going on with this one hamlet. that our guys insist on attacking. Ooh. Looks like our friend the illusionist is back. Fortunately, he's attacking me outside of the forests, so... I probably don't want this army to reconnect up with that hag, so we'll just crush it. A druid's apprentice. Thank the stars. What base do we have that's like closest to a tree? This keep that the dragon came in. The closed keep. So we can start leveling up that druid. Sorry, I didn't even look at what stuff they had. Poison skin, poison arrow, and berk skin. We attack these guys out in the open. Which I feel like should be fine. My cockatrice petrified a lot of my dudes here. Does that wear off? I like how it doesn't show as like an effect. Yeah, it will wear off? Okay. It's kind of like a stun. Cockatrice is dangerous, man. Oh, also useful, because things like the hag, who thankfully came down to fight me. Very polite of it. This looked like... What are you? Kleptolemy, the witch's apprentice. Gelatinous cubes. You're right. You there. Ritual of Mastery. Ritual of Grand Mastery. Other rituals. Yeah, I mean, you're just going to cast that over and over again until basically you're good to go. You're a couple turns of saving up, so part of me is wondering, should I go pick up some animals for you? I kind of want to leave this section for the Wild Hunt. I'm going to try to unlock Wild Hunt with her and just trigger it up here and see what happens. So, sure, we'll pick up some guys. I also picked up some boar warriors by accident, but that's okay. Here we go. Are any of them the Beholder King? I didn't even know that was a thing. Just regular Beholders for right now. I'm wondering how our god is going to do against the swamp thing. Oh, they're both petrified. Well, arguably, that's kind of good for us. Cockatrice is going. The Beholder is starting to zap. The Witch is charming some units. I think the Witch is petrified now, too. Yeah, okay. Witch is dead. 860 disintegrated. We got a lot of items. So that army just gets even stronger now. I keep telling this playlist to loop, and it keeps being like, I don't want to. So, what items did we just pick up? Great question. A Tome of Afterlife teleports the entire army somewhere. Huh. This guy's meant to have more pyromancy and storm magic spells memorized, but he doesn't actually know enough. Sphere of Power, magic boost +1. So all your spells just became level 3. I guess, yeah. You have a gem of true seeing, and you are a gem of flying. Extra health on the Star Sapphire. That dog's got a thing of hate. This dog is Star Sapphire, which boosts void magic. None of these guys have that. You have the Spirit Ring, which I actually want on our caster. You have the Alchemist's Mortar. Okay, I'm going to give your Trader's Medallion to him. I give the Spirit Ring to you. Though... change that. Let's give the Spirit Ring to him. So now this guy is ethereal. 75% chance of it just like not hurting him. And he floats. You can also heal this debilitating wound, which you've had for a very long time. And then, I guess I could give you this thing of elixir of alchemy or magic flowers, summons Venus flytraps. I don't know, put that on a boar probably in the front would be good. Swamp drakes. Okay. This boar has 4 wounds. What a absolute G. Wood magic and lucky, charm immunity and berserker. Adept's spell scroll grants level 1 spells on use. Actually, I guess I should give that to that beholder, but I'm just going to let you use it. Curse of the Woods. Transform into trees, command beasts. Lord of the Wild is also command beast, so why don't we give you that and like a vine arrow, I think. That's a good setup for him. We can give him that back. Evil Gamer, how we doing, dude? Very well on this end. We're having a pretty fun time just wandering around with our druids and trying not to have them get slaughtered. Lately, it's been fighting a lot of witches, which has been an interesting conundrum. All right, that bog witch is wounded, but is probably replenishing down here somewhere. I got a feeling this swamp... Yeah, there's a swamp right here that they control. You know what? They also control this swamp. I'm going to have to knock them out of both those places. There's your wild hunt. So we'll summon that next round with that new druid we found. You are picking up aminals while we save up some money for your rituals. I'm gonna have to see where all those bog witches keep spawning. This area, I swear, it's more intelligible than Dominion's branch. More intelligible does not necessarily mean actually intelligible, though. Where those guys were there, I think. It all still feels like a little bit of gibberish, but it's also the joy of it. I'd argue. It is such a crazy game that trying to like explain it to someone is just feels like nonsense. I mean, you need to be summoning primordial beings as well. So let's do a wild hunt. Summon a Lord of the Hunt. Tourney again. He gets a bunch of deer, a bunch of boars, a bunch of wolves. And then hopefully he can just like pick up a ton of stuff on his way south. I'm gonna have you pick up every other path in the meantime. That looks like the Bog Witch just formed to the north. She did. That's a little unexpected. No way. Does she get this every single time over and over again? Boy, I hope not. All right, there's all the basic rituals done. Or all the high-level rituals done, I should say. Getting excited for Rise of Ruin. Do you know if you check the beta, but movement defense XP changes are huge? Oh, yeah. No, I've been taking a peep on all the cool new stuff coming. I'm super hyped for it. I think it's going to be a really good set of patches. Beholder. Goddess of the Sacred Spring. Serona. +3. Giant-sized amphibian ritual caster. She has hydromancy and druidism. Stream of water, summon water, sailor's death. Stun. Doesn't affect lifeless water breathers. Acid spray. And she has Lord of the Wild, Earthquake, Anime Tree, Briar Cage. The goddess of the sacred spring would seem to be the most benevolent of the ancient items worshipped by the druids, but don't let appearances fool you. The heathen goddess armed herself not with conventional armaments. Instead, she sheds her clothing as if to take a bath, but with the weapons of a woman untamed. While the other heathen gods might be defeated by the arms of righteousness, her presence would be a true test to her devotion. Burning her naked body on a stake would truly be a magnificent end to the tyranny of the druid wild. She attacks with snake. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so she is +3, which means like morale tests are difficult. She also has ritual caster, which means she can also pick up all these other fancy rituals. This guy cannot, so the beholder is going to come with him. Keep our druids safe. You guys are going to go to that library. That library. You got to come up here and deal with this swamp. That's where she respawned just then. Is there a hotkey for that? Skip combat, I wonder. I feel like there must be. There's a hotkey for everything in this game. There's a lot of damage that guy just took. She started with experience 5 or 4? With 4. I don't know that there is experience 5. Did I get the 2K upgrade for Indie Beholder? I have not. 2K is a lot of money. And I'm not sure how I want or if I want to do that. Yet. Okay, so nice thing here is that she can start doing Mythic Beasts, double major. Which is a combo I really like. And we'll just start working you up the upgrades. So I could make Selena a tier 3 silver caster. Beholder FM. I think let's do that. So she now has Friendly Storm. Ear shields to all friendly units. And she has Arcane Tempest, which is stun all enemy units. Lady, you are making a real nice argument here for your abilities. Stun all enemies and make all enemies basically immune to arrows. You have 4 mirror images. You can travel to Hades. You cause fear. You summon shades. I kind of want to know what the other level 3 lightning spells are, but man, I don't know. With 2 of those, that just seems like she's got everything she needs. Outside of an army. Another Druid's Apprentice is available. Ooh. Meow, 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 meow. Lord of the Wild, Shepherd of the Wood. Okay, they do. I guess it's just that all these trees are burned down, so there's not a lot of places they can grow. Just kind of wondering where the most useful places for me to... Right, we don't own the hut. There's 72 units in the hut. Oh my god. There's somebody in the Wood of Many Paths, which I guess would be the Academy of Higher Magic. Try to let them walk up here and pick up those animals. See how they do. With this game, you don't even understand what you're looking at. What is our territory? Our territory is basically trees. So anything with red around it is stuff that we actually have claimed. But what is valuable to us is forests. Our most important income is herbs. Herbs are basically how druids cast all of their spells, all their rituals. I'm learning. And so forest tiles, you can see, like, produce 1 herb, cost 2 movement. Swamp tiles, 1 herb, 3 movement. What else is there? Jungle tiles, 2 herbs, 3 movement. They're in the south. Dead forests don't make us anything. And then we have basically these giant trees, which are ancient forests. And in these, we can cast super rituals that do things like spawn animals. So in all these locations, basically, we've spawned a heart of the forest, a special tree, and that tree automatically captures all forests that are connected to that forest. And then we also have a thing called Shepherds of the Wood. So we spawn basically moose and wolves and bears and stuff constantly. And then we have Lord of the Wild, which is causing us to summon all of these forest shepherds, which are basically like Ents. And they go out and they kind of move out of the forests. They're kind of walking forests that grow and expand. Boars, griffs. Make sure those woodmen are not in this army. I wish these Ents The Ents are slow, so the Ents could go like with these woodmen. But the problem is that like they need someone else slow with them. Or they just need to be like, I need to decide something like I could take her and all the woodsmen together and have her just be a really slow moving army. Like only 2 movement points. It's not bad, but that kind of seems like it's going to be a waste if I do that. So she has most of her spells unlocked now too. Most of her rituals unlocked now too. You're going to fight that bog witch and a crocodile. You're going to get a couple rituals and then move. This guy here is a problem. I can't really get up to there. Well, I guess I could teleport. What do you want to do? I think the problem with these guys is that I need them to just be getting units. And I don't really want to take my army out of here. So I suppose we could grab these dudes. Maybe some of these other groups. I kind of want to send them over here to deal with this hut. They're such powerful casters. I feel like they can handle it. So, game seems as dense as your forests, right? This guy been around forever? The sea father? Not too long. What ends up happening is these guys either like sneak up through gaps in the forest, or they take this teleporter, which connects to down here. So they have this thing that they've just been using to get into my back line, which has been frustrating. Here's the bog witch. Hard to tell if how we're doing. The disintegrate beams are in. All right, he's petrified. Crazy set of spells, man. Primal Wolf has found a Hydra Bowl. Ooh, how are these guys going to do against these dwarves? Nice. Look at that. Yes. I love that. I love when they work. All right, you know what? He's heading south, so that's not too bad. This I might be okay with. Depends how many of these trees you can summon. If he was further back near those bigger trees, he would have been okay. That's all right. All right, we reclaimed that swamp. Somebody here picked up a wolf, picked up a Hydra Bowl, it said. So obviously I need to know what that item is. Poison Aura 2, poison resistance 100. Huh. Currently you have Lucky and Ethereal Floating. That's hard to take those away. I guess I could make this Grizzly Bear a poisonous Grizzly Bear. I'm a bit worried about poisoning him now, but... So I'm going to move over here and take this swamp so that witch can stop respawning. And we're going to summon some mythics. Some majors. Or woodsmen. Wait, no. I will woof that. You want the ends. You want the woodsman. Summon. 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 Grab all that stuff for you. Slowly getting better there. Mm, 15. Well, he can't move yet, so. 20 and 2. Just gonna pick up a bunch of these moose. Probably pick them off. Do beholders and ends come off the same ritual? Actually, yes. Yeah. It's weird. I find beholders a strange choice that we are able to recruit. But, you know, I guess they are what they are. All right, those swamps are cleared. And 3. I'm gonna move you here and let you take these guys. You know what? You can just summon guys. I don't know why I'm really insisting on taking people with you. They can take that. The forest sprites will eventually move back and grab them anyway. So I'll have this army move east. This Wizard of the Golden Dawn claims to bring the Bringers of Justice and the Scourge of Evil. Crown of Intimidation. Cool. Yeah, so legendary beings can be like chimeras, or they can be ents, or they can be basilisks. I think we've also seen. Wyverns and grizzly bears. Take all those non-trees. Is the Lord of the Hunts here? Oh, he is. Right. Well, what do I want to do with you? See if it's in progress. Love this. Like, our trees are just taking iron mines here from the illusionist. Boom. No problem. That's an obvious win. A Star of Sapphire. A Spirit Ring. That means my god just died. Are you for real? Somebody disintegrated my god. My goat god got disintegrated. God damn it. Well, too close to the Hydra Bowl. Oh. Maybe. But I think probably got hit with disintegration. But maybe you're right. Maybe the Hydra Bowl is what killed me. Can I just unequip this? No. I'm stuck with it. Beholders could probably be their own armies at these point. Yeah. I've thought about it. Thought about it / been thinking about it. Okay, Tree Lady. I think I'm just going to have you plug the portal. You have 24 units, which is not a ton. But you also have earthquake and a bunch of trees, which I feel like are maybe really good. Kind of hard to say. Regardless, I could at least park those trees. Yeah, I'm gonna go here, see if I can set up like an ambush or something on him. Can we resurrect gods? Yeah. Yeah, thankfully our gods don't actually die. They just go back to the plane, the mortal plane. Okay, here's the Bog Witch. So I know where she respawned to. Down here. That's actually really good for us. Because it means that she's like in everybody else's territory right now instead of mine. So I can go through here and capture things like this swamp and then whatever swamps down here she has around Fog Tower. I should probably take Red Keep while I'm at it. Yeah, you know, maybe I could just drop all these Ents here. And then she can kind of be a bit of a taxi. One Great Boar for 75. That was a terrible cast. You don't even have Major Summon. No, yeah, okay. I'm not casting this stuff with you. I guess. Snake Familiar. That one's at least useful. She's a very low-level druid. So, yeah, we're going to fight these guys. That should be a fun fight. Because we have all of our spellcasters here and a bunch of trample on the front line. So everyone has Wind Shield. Deflects standard missile attacks, but will not affect spells. So 75% to reflect all those javelins from now on. Would have been nice if that had hit those moose, though. Oof. That's that, Arcane Storm, Arcane Tempest. Stuns all enemies. Oh, the chain lightning. Alright. Kind of intimidation. They don't do as well leading the animals. But it's really hard because it's like we own so many different bases. What do you have here? Thunder Gauntlets, Alchemist Armor, Medicine Bowl, Serpent Amulet. Oh, that was my gear. And those are my mushrooms as well. Well, I definitely want to get that back. He might be coming for this. He might be able to take that on his own. I wish he'd pick up some more troops. It doesn't seem like he will. Yeah, that's a big army. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, if they attack me, we're in trouble. Thank. Be cool if these forest shepherds were moving here and just take this hut for me. I was going to say could ferry path across, but actually you can't. Tree of Crows. That's nice. You summon a boar? Why not? Ooh. Some of these trees. Summon more big trees. Big trees, please. I want those big trees. I like that. Just whittling them away. Like the longer they spend in my forests, the more they get slowly destroyed. Give the bowl to her, let her lead the tree army since the trees have poison immune. That is true. I could just give the bowl to a tree if that's the case. The problem is this is the guy with the bowl. And he ain't really nearby. I'm going to take Red Keep. It's not like super far, but 7 units. More woodsmen. More singular pigs. I feel like I'm not getting good hits on these. Plant some trees. You can't really do anything here. Let's just pass with you. You could go into that hut. And I don't know where this Lord of the Forest is planning to go, but wow, that catapult gets a lot of attacks. Oh, I guess it was every second turn. Yeah, I think this Hydra Bowl might actually have been what's killing me here. I am getting a lot of very poisoned units. Chaos. I got a locust with a spirit ring. A flying ethereal locust. Oh, no, it's dead now. Great Boar found an amulet ahead. A cockatrice got the spirit ring. Primal Wolf gets the Hydra Bowl. This guy's fighting some ghosts. This is the hut fight. Not too bad. You're attacking one of my trees who's very wounded already, so I guess you're just going to win that. Bet there's legendary beings you can summon. We have a lot of legendary beings. There's always more, though. The bear died too, yeah. Yeah, so this wolf now has it. Cockatrice with that is not bad. I think the cockatrice flies anyway, but yeah, it would be really good on an int. I'm just too far away, man. I'm just like too far away, man. Okay, you need... I tell you what, you're just going to plant Forest Guardians. I want to make sure this is like a defended spot. I could also just use her to go around and plant Forest Guardians in major locations. Which is not a terrible choice. Lots of piggies. Lots of piggies. All right, I feel like that druid is ready to start moving around. Arco, I was going to have you come up here, but maybe I should actually take that sorceress group and move them. Oh, you're still really low, like ritual of masteries here. I tell you what, just stay put for right now. This fight again, man. That one hamlet has been attacked by so many birds. Yeah, I see all of these swamps have to be destroyed if we want to kill that that witch. We have that forest. I'm shocked there's been no forest down here. It's quite a walk if I want to go that way. It's also so... It is a thick winter right now. I think I'm going to go through that portal. And I guess I can... No, I can only cast that on forests and jungles. I was going to say, can I cast forest guardians on that portal? That'd be really nice. Just going to go with some minor animals, I guess. Ton of snakes. Sure, why not? What else are you going to do? Also get a crow. Crows are never a terrible idea because they are just going to fly around and eventually discover stuff. It's really cool, the forest shepherds, how much they've started expanding outwards, because it does actually look like the forests are starting to grow. They're just like growing with forest people. Druid summoned a bear that later held a Hydra bowl, murdered half the army with a poison aura, and then the druid as well. Like, for example, this bird attacked a bunch of monkeys. Spring is here. Thank goodness. Well, Cassius, you're going to enter this gateway. And you could probably go for Ride Tower. We're going to go through the jungle. Because at least we can pick up some jungle points. You need to do those so you can summon animals. I think I'll just leave those tree men here. I think I am legitimately thinking about sending her over here and just planting a bunch of traps in this forest. Because with all the animals and stuff also growing, and then the tree people, I feel like that might actually be enough to do it. Certainly feels like it would be helpful. I don't know where the Lord of the Hunt is going right now. This hamlet again, hilarious. One day we'll find out where that is. I'm gonna have to fight these blood fungus. I don't love that. But I guess it is what it is. So I'm going to have you plant Forest Guardians. That was very good. I'm going to have you just start doing major summonings. And you probably need some mythic beasts as well. You're going to go up here because there's a bunch of creatures up here that we can cap, and then we'll probably pick up these market villages and stuff on the way back. All right. So this kind of sucks because these guys all do like tons of poison cloud damage. So I think I'm just going to take a bunch of dots here. Alright, that could have been worse. Where's the necromancer when you need him? I'm actually surprised there hasn't really been any necromancers in this world. Like, genuinely kind of shocked that there's not a horde of undead roaming around somewhere. Might have to be the next playthrough. I mean, we'll get rid of the swamps before we go for the Citadel. But Citadel and Fog Tower here both need to go. We'll have you plant more Forest Guardians. 2 Woodmen. I mean, I guess it's just cheap. That's kind of the advantage of it. You need Mythic Beasts right now. You need more than just Black Hounds. Nice. White Moose, Sacred Moose. That's a very good one, as it'll start to power up her entire army. And these guys are just going to come up here and collect everything they can out of this forest, because there's not really a lot of combat up here, and they've been growing for a while. Yeah. Hydra Bowl switches places again. I like the idea of like having to hunt down this witch now. It's kind of neat. Being like, okay, we have to purge all the swamps. To purge all the swamps and like slowly back her into a corner. Income from all farms reduced this summer. That's not too bad for us. That's a forest, but I feel like I'm going to take it anyway, maybe. You know what? Let's go here because I want to see what's going on. Yeah, we have a lot of flying units. I could attack that right now, actually, so let's do it. Hope for the best. Another Sacred Moose, okay. And then I've ran out of herbs, so I'll just make some birds. Leave all these woodmen behind. Same here. She needs 3 movement, so if I move basically anywhere, it's gonna cancel that out. Go up here, grab these, grab these, grab these, grab these. One of these days, that Lord of the Hunt is gonna go do some damage. Cloud of Decay. This Hydra Bowl really becoming a problem. Oh, here's against all the ballistas. Ouch. This might have been a mistake. Whoa. Earthquake. Cool. Well, my druid died, but my beholder didn't. So I guess we could see how that's going to work out. Maybe now we just have a beholder army. Well, well, well. What do these guys do? Great. These guys do fine. Is that the Bog Witch? That's the Witch's Apprentice, so let's kill her off. So this is now a beholder in charge of this army. These Triariuses are slow. Now you might as well see how you hold up on your own. Quite curious to see if you can. You're just going to start summoning us defenses. And you're just summoning a lot of mid-tier stuff. And they get stuck. Pick up all this, all this, all that. Keep going. Tree versus Kraken? Can't beat a tree, man. Can't beat a bunch of trees. Your mistake was bringing units which weren't beholders. Pretty tempted to put all 4 beholders in one army and just see how they do. Honestly. Because it feels like the answer would be pretty solid. And I'm not sure my druid here is doing so well with these beholders anymore. It's starting to sound a little dangerous. Uh-oh. Also, like having 4 beholders who could all cast Enslave. I feel like that would literally create its own army. He got some nice loot out of that too. That was loot we lost many, many moons ago. Yeah, you guys are dead. It's a laser show. No fire like friendly fire, right? No trees in the mountains. Yeah, see, like, I'm down to 23 units here. There's a single archer on Fog Tower, so I think I'm going to take that, even though it's going to poison me. Oh, I accidentally hit end turn. Honestly, I think I will put all 4 beholders in one army. I think it is just the right amount of stupid. And I want to see whether or not they can just grow. All right, in the meantime, first things first is I do have to get rid of this stuff. There's a portal here. I don't know where that portal goes. It might go underground, considering it's a mine. All right. Fog Tower. Rye Tower and Fog Tower both don't have units in them right now, so let's put some warriors in both. Okay. gonna summon a mythic beast. Another black hound. Okay, and then go kill them. You're gonna plant more forest guardians. Okay. You're gonna keep picking up all these units. And continue picking up all these units. 166 units right now. We'll go up for that last bit of forest. You're gonna need to, if you want his beholders, I kind of want to give that Hydra Bowl to these Ents. Beholders are also poison resistant, only because he has a Serpent Amulet. Okay, so I'm going to send you back down to that portal if that's the case. And we'll see how it turns out. Lord of the Hunt is finally coming down, but I don't know if he's going to do any good. Definitely win that. 4 beholders outside of them disintegrating each other. That's kind of one of the best options you have. They're very good for the fact that when a spellcaster casts, they cast according to their spell level in each of the spell schools. It does seem like it will be a kind of disgusting combo. Oh, my Sacred Moose. Getting so wounded. Snake Staff. Ooh. That seems fun. Spiders, I'm not really too worried about. So, you just got Snake Staff. Summons a snake at the start of battle. Can also do poison damage. Great. Snake Staff. Why not? $63 units there. This is another area that I want to fill with traps because I feel like they often come through here and cut through either here or here to get around. You cast that with only 1 movement left, which I didn't think was something you were allowed to do, and I'm a little confused. All right, I have to get you to a forest. I have to get you to a nunnery. They don't own any more swamps around here, so at least we got that going on. And this spellcaster army is pretty big now. The unfortunate thing is they now have to walk back in what looks like it's going to be winter time. Where are you going, dude? Is he just going to visit every single ancient forest before he goes after society? We have a Behold the Beholders run. I mean, we are beholding. There's no doubt about it. We're beholding some things over here. Ah, interesting. Yeah, so you can cast it if you have 1 left, and it just takes up 2 for your next turn. Mythics. You just need some, yeah, mid-level troops in here, too. 2 wolves for a major animal summoning is criminal. Just gonna put that out there. That's a crime. Alright, but you're a big army now. You're ready to party. I see. These soulless are all coming from this graveyard, so I guess we'll grab that, the market village, the regular village, maybe this iron mine, and then keep heading down. You're gonna come back through that gateway. Comically. What do you have on you? 1,000 medicine bowl. Serpent magic. Oh, you actually have serpent magic, which is kind of nice. Pit of snakes. And then we'll move you to this forest where we will teleport our other guy. It's hard to track them all down, man. It is a big map with a lot of stuff to do, and like movement options end up pretty limited. Win that, we win that, we win that. The winter is here. I mean, I should give you a Ritual of Grand Mastery. Let's just do it now. That way, at least you get the high-level spell casting. You become an Elder Druid. And I got a feeling if you're an Elder Druid, your level 2 spells are also better? Animate Forest. Entire battlefield. Whoa. So that animates every tree at once. That's a burst 100 entanglement. That's sick. That's a very good spell. Boom, 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 boom. All right, now we got some crows. We got some vines there. Probably move them like there next. No, I don't know what the Lord of the Hunt is doing, man. He's not moving out in the way I would like him to be. That's for sure. Not getting done what I need done. We got 112 units, 94 units. Let's kill this guy off as soon as we can. You're gonna pass. You're gonna move there. Where is this stack? Fairy paths. Excellent. So, technically one of these guys is like better than the others. Yeah, I think Stitchios has to be the captain. They can keep this one blink dog with them. I tell you what, they can also take this crossbowman since he was enslaved. That Cloudfolk archer was technically enslaved. As was that. They have all sorts of ridiculous items among the group of them. Flying and true seeing. Like, I'm pretty sure you have true seeing anyway, don't you? Acute senses. No, okay. Spirit sight gives you actual true seeing. Do any of you do alchemy? No. Sort of heroes, leadership. Poison resistance 100. Well, that's ironic. Void magic +1. No, again, not something they have. Okay, they're taking the Hydra Bowl, the Amulet of Hate. The Crystal Heart. Regeneration 10. Poison resistance 100. Oh, that's a cursed item. That Archer is also yours. Okay. So... what do you guys have that's slow? Poison Cloud 1, a Trader's Medallion on the Crossbowman. Gonna give away that Poison Aura very shortly. Not as cursed as you might think. I don't know, our stuff feels pretty dang cursed most of the time. Item that added 1 to all magic paths. Maybe, but I don't think so. Oh, I can sell twice as much iron. What am I making? I'm making 11 and I can only sell 4. Yeah, let's do that. We'll double sell iron. Because again, I also don't really use it. We gotta find the rest of the forests. Just like one good forest on the other side of the map that I could use to teleport. At the very least. So, who has it? Hydro Bowl. Go on that Ent. These guys are also immune to poison? Oh, they're not. The Ents are immune to poison, but the treemen aren't. Just kind of note it. What is the Tome of the Afterlife? Teleports the entire army somewhere. Let's go. We might have made a mistake. Or we might have made the most brilliant tactical decision we've ever made. I can keep using it. Can't activate magic items right now. Guess what happens to living things in Hades? I'm gonna assume they have a bad time considering we have an amulet that makes us immune to things in Hades. Thinking about it, it seems like maybe that could have been foreseen. Piggies! Lots of piggies. Yeah, we had a single one of those items. Well, only one way to find out, you know? Spring is here. If I use this tome again, can I just get out of here? Also, like, who here is slow? Are you slow? No. You don't look slow. You don't look slow. I mean, they're taking a little bit of damage, but not a ton. 1 HP per month. Not clear here where our movement is going, but oh, it was in Furnace that we had a map for, not Hades. We know where the entrance is at least, but we can just teleport in and out whenever we want. Oh, buddy. Dare I say that is a game changer. They've got an exit button. Trees. Lots of wolves. Lots of pigs. A handful of trees. Ambushed in a graveyard by spooky ghosts. Please don't kill my wizard, spooky ghost. Okay, we're fine. I see the bog witch again. Looks like she has a bush. Creeping doom. A huge cloud of flying bugs. Moves quite slowly but destroys everything in its way. Bugs cannot be fought with ordinary swords and spears, and smashing a few bugs would not make a difference. Invulnerable. Cannot be harmed by slashing, piercing, or blunt damage. That makes my life a little more complicated. Pigs, 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 moose, moose. More pigs. More pigs. I love when the pigs come with extra pigs. Alright. Look, you have 200 units, so maybe you just kill them. And you can go back to just, like, raising an army. Or something. You can go back to planting trees. It's springtime, so our herb count is gonna start climbing soon. I still don't understand what's slowing me down here. I'm at a loss. Burn forest. No, thank you. Gonna win that. Gonna win that. This is a big fight, but we got lots of troops here ready for these guys. Not to mention the biting winter winds. And the air shields. Welcome to the world of counters, doing all physical damage. Here's a physical immune unit that can demolish the entire army. An infernal torch. My ice witch is found. Yeah, you're in a bad spot. Oh, they're going after Fog Tower with a giant chimera of sorts. I never did really rebuild those armies properly, so rebuild those defenses, I should say. Sorry, you got... You're not my ice witch. You're my ice witch. An infernal torch. You do burst fire damage. Just what an ice mage should have. Does feel like fire resistance on an ice witch is probably pretty nice. I have a lot of money. I almost have enough money to make one of those beholders super, super, super strong. And he's right next to the library. So I think I know what I'm going to do with him. Pigs. Pigs. Ooh, that's nice. 5 grizzly bears. Super Saiyan Beholder time? Yeah, basically that's what I'm thinking. This Wild Hunt dude he ain't doing jack. Like I say, kind of disappointed in him. Not only is he not doing jack, but I don't even think he's like growing his army. A unit drowned in a lake. Man, these birds are not very smart. Yeah, he's not. So that's unfortunate. It's kind of I mean, it's an okay spell for certain things, but it's not really achieving its potential. So maybe I'll send you up to this iron mine and put you through the strange portal as well. You summoned an ant. All right, well, I'll drop it off with the other guys. Nice. White moose. Second white moose. That's very nice for that army. And what do I do with you now? Nothing, I guess. Beholders, you're going to have your money pretty soon. I feel like they tend to come through there a lot as well with that Forest Guardian stuff. That's nice. Crow Tree. It does feel like we got a lot of guys backed into the corner, but we gotta wrap them up properly. I guess there is a magic library here. So I could have these guys learn some new spells. Though I'd like to focus that on the beholders. Make sure we don't have any of those woodsmen in that army. You're gonna summon another big mythical creature, a couple Leo grips, a couple of other dudes. Do you feel like my armies have to be about 200 now to be worthy? But that's really not true. Most of these armies are pretty small, wandering around. And that witch is capturing all those swamps that we recently took from her, so... Still want to go back to EU5. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. I've had a big crave on that. All right, we're going to fairy path you to... here. You feel like maybe you have a lot of troops right now. So I think Akko could probably start moving out as well. So you could learn spells, but... almost click that Toma Afterlife again. Ritual of Mastery 600. Isn't Stychios the guy that we had do the Ritual of Mastery already? No, Inapis was. So it's 2,000 for him. What I am realizing is that Stychios has the Sphere of Power, which gives all of his abilities +1. Just got me a little bit confused on him, but 2 turns and that'll be sorted. We're getting beat on Iron Mines. She is getting all these swamps back, and those cavalry are super fast. The Rye Tower, some mountains. You're carrying an Ent with you. Damn it. Just gonna drop that off that portal. I really don't want that graveyard being freed up again. Alright, you guys can just go to that gateway. You're gonna chill. You're gonna chill. You're gonna Force Guardian. Now I'm just gonna waste your turn doing that as well. Fighting a tree. At least that tree slowed them down. Slow them down enough that we can get in there. And then about fakes back into that witch. Okay. So we have the Romans are down here. We're going to have them teleport down and the Beholder start marching down. So if that's the case, I feel like this druid should come over to the Sleepy Wold. Have to learn fairy paths first, apparently. Okay, that's lots of plants now. We're gonna enter that gateway. And so, Inyapis, you're gonna perform a ritual of mastery for 2,000 gold. Which leveled up your pyromancy, your frost magic, your command, and your black magic. It did not level up storm or serpent. Which is interesting. It did get you hellfire and flame eruption. So, knowing this spell grants the burn forest ability. Hellfire is range 0. Entire battlefield. Oh, wow. Flame eruption is... Okay, so mass combustion is it burns everyone. Flame eruption is burst 25. So flame eruption is basically a souped up fireball. I guess some flame resistance may be good to have. Legions of Ice. Entire army gets cold resistance and armor +1. What? Yeah. Frozen Flame is burst fireball, basically. Get that Frozen Heart there. Mass Control, Mass Confusion. Yeah. Actually, let's keep Enslave on there just in case. You have Wind of Death. And Death Spell. Which is also just a ton of damage. Disintegrate, Terror, and Decay. Alright, we'll go with that. Boy, you just got big. The real question is are these guys going to be good enough on their own? Which I truly don't know the answer to. But I want to see if they can fight all the Romans on their own. 200 dudes or one beholder, right? The Sphere of Power is on a completely other guy there too. So there are like fortified Hoburgs down here. I guess we'll start moving her to at least get this southern tip. Crushing these dweebs. No, they've got a single hero ambushing my birds. Ooh, troll shamans. Actually got the better of my tree. A little unexpected. Just this ent just sitting here. So you can fairy path now to the sleepy bedtime woods. And I guess you'll pick up that iron mine and probably go to that wind tower. Grab this jungle and keep them exploring. And then you're basically going to path down this way and map out that. Good stuff. get on the hunt for like the places we're missing. Any more awakened forests that might exist. Winter is here. Very unfortunate. 20 units with 2 catapults. That's gonna suck. But I guess it is what it is. Hoburg Village. These also grant herbs, and nobody is claiming any of that stuff right now. I mean, we can start having her just summon armies. Even if we just keep her in the back. Here's the Bog Witch. A Draco Lion. Poison Breath. And she's got that cloud of flies. Now here's the problem. I don't actually know. I guess I have Vine Arrow? No, but that's just... I don't know I can kill a cloud of flies. Oh, I guess it's not immune to poison. So that should be okay. Mostly do physical damage, yeah. But poison would still do it. Ghost pigs. Oh. This is the edge of the map. Alright, well, I'll head over to Flame Tower. Just in case that's a thing. You triple summon here. Yeah, it's funny the way that like our armies work. Where there's, you know, we have like so many of these like little tiny fights. Gold Stream. Ooh, cool. Okay. You know what? I better explore that just in case. Winter can't be forever here. Though it do feel like it a little bit. More snacks. Chris Lauren, how we doing? Set a value that prevents independent movements in EU. Local mod is structured ready. Can finally relax and enjoy it. I hope so. Oh, I mean, at least the boulders are attacking a lot of the little guys. Innovate forest. Oh yeah, all the bushes on the map came alive. That's neat. Okay, crossbows down. They're all getting entangled. It's kind of cool. Like they have like this guard tower, and basically our druid is just like covering it with poison vines, while animals break down the gate. This is... we don't need to watch this fight. Are we fighting a crab in the ocean? Oh, we almost won. Hey, that was my Storm Demon scroll. I know this soul contract. I had a pig that summoned that. All right, Bog Lady. I am going to try to kill you. Even though this area is covered in swamps. It's going to be a nightmare, I'm sure, to do it. There's another druid apprentice for sale. Where would we want to summon him? Probably the Academy of Higher Magic. Sort of hard to turn down druids, given how important they are. There's an unexpected hero here. Let's see how he does against 4 beholders. Sounds kind of mean, honestly. Issue was the subject that's loyal could include anyone who's stronger than you. England would join all such movements, maybe France. Yeah. I still think I'm probably going to wait for some more patches on EU. Seems like it's maybe the way to do it. Okay, here's the big fight here against the fly swarm. That's pretty good. We immediately paralyzed the Draco line with the cockatrice. Okay, there's the poison stack. So that swarm of flies is going to start dying. I think the witch is mostly killing her own swarm. Uh-oh. My most elder of druids might not be walking out of this one. Their magic resistance is way too high. Dude, this witch is crazy. That is twice. This has basically happened. Disintegrated him. An archer found a rod of death. Interesting. Tell me more about this rod of death. Can be used to cast Drain Life in combat. Look, maybe that should be given to... not you. I think maybe you're the only one with hands, actually. Well, crossbowmen, but crossbowmen are an archer. What does it really matter? Know what happens if a unit has level 4 magic? Is that possible? I ask, not actually knowing. Okay, their capital also has to be down here somewhere. Well, it's a good thing we just got that new druid apprentice, I suppose. Though probably I'm going to use her for combat now. 56 units there. Can we get to them? Yeah, we can. Okay. Hopefully wipe them out. Oh, this guy is such a baby. Make our way to the flame tower over here. This is a very big fight. This is Akko. He's got a bunch of shade beasts. This is one of the biggest things, right? We have the spell like Awaken Forest, but if we're not fighting in a forest, all we get is bushes. Sorry for all the puppy dog noises. Don't know why they would put that in the game. Truly a horrible noise. Akko's dead. Okay, this whole army is dead. This witch is slaughtering me right now. reading this, a Bane, an undead champion, as well as Aggressius the Man Flayer. The Man Flayer is the only one who knows the art of flaying humans and turning their skin into something useful. Damn, dude, this witch. Hate that sound? Yeah, I was not a fan of that. I'm going to tell you. Not a big fan of that. Giant moose. Many moose. I think maybe I'm just better off saving up my herbs and only summoning legendary beings at this point. I can't tell whether or not there's really a value in using the tiny guys. Okay, this is the edge of the map over here. So this does mean that, like, this outpost, Small Keep, and Rye Tower are the only settlements this faction has. Which does at least mean they're manageable. How the bold holders do. This is always my greatest question right now, is like, how many people can they enslave? Like, that guy just took a lot of arrows. Where's, like, the mass charm, you know? It's like we pick up one guy, but we lose I don't know how many. Ooh, this is maybe okay. This is the Bog Witch, yes, but we have 3 trees. See, this is what I'm talking about. All we need to do is fight in forests. You fight in a forest and suddenly you win all of the fights. Those forest shepherds are going to be nuts. I think we just lost a ton of items too, because I don't even know if they could take all the stuff that we had before. Mocha Man, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the agency. Chimera. Yes, I want more sacred moose. I want many more sacred moose. So I guess we'll kill him. I guess I'll take that coal mine because it seems like a good idea. These other archdruids just got a vibe. Yeah, I don't have any trees there, so you've got that one. Iron for the iron teeth. I love when my trees do this. They decide they're going to go out into the middle of the ocean. In the middle of winter, in the middle of the ocean, they're like, yeah, this is the right spot for us. This seems like a good idea. Ent. I guess that's the problem with legendary beings, is you can get ents. Which are bad and basically useless. Or, well, I mean, I don't know. I guess, I don't know if they're bad, but they have a very limited purpose. So let's go like that. The beholder is coming down this way. I'll have her pincer from that other way. They should meet around here. This Lord of the Hunt is doing something. I mean, he's at least looking around. Doing more than the crows, that's for sure. I still own this outpost. Oh, wow. More ents. Not enough herbs. I want more sacred moose. Part of me thinks there's actually probably a strategy where you stack as many sacred moose as possible in one location, so that when you get an army, you just go sit in that location for a couple of turns and turn everybody like super advanced. I guess you could plant trees. Why not? He must know where another ancient forest is. Druid land. Oh my god. We found one. Autumn is here. Fairy paths. Druid land. Land of druids. Heart of the forest. And Shepherd of the Wood. Not enough herbs. Lord of the Wild? Okay. Good. Good. That is the teleporter we have needed for a very long time. He's toast. Druid land was promised to us, right? It does seem like a very fitting name. I am realizing these beholders cannot attack those towers full of crossbows. Because unlike my armies full of animals, they can't survive 15 rounds of crossbow fire. Plants the Forest Guardians here for a couple of rounds as well. Just to make sure it's like nice and secured. I guess you could also do that. Well, I really appreciate the fact that he is doing that. I wonder, I just noticed that there's another temple there. Ancient temple. And one of those temples I activated. Where was that? When I activated this temple, it was like the winters are longer. I wonder if I activate that temple, will it say the summers are longer? Because that would obviously be really nice for us. More wood guys. More plant guys. You're finding me something. I don't know what it is, but you're gonna find it for me. Bum, 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 bum. Right, huge dwarf army there. Let's kill these guys first. Take this library. Oh, this watchtower would give me a lot of vision on the area. Let's take that. Another crow tree. Okay. Oh, is that what I think it is? I think it is. I think that is what I think it is. Don't need to see all these fights. Oh, I do want to see this fight. I love it. We picked up 3 Triariuses and then they all died from poison. So I think what the Lord of the Hunt just found. A beanstalk. Okay, it's not what I thought it was. Obviously, that's going to bring us up in the air planet, air realm. I thought maybe this was it looked like it was maybe a pathway to the primal realm. Like an unopened green gate. I don't need to take that. The trees will do it for me. What are you walking around so slow with? Wood people. 4 wood people. Yeah, get rid of them. Leave them. Somebody else can have them. You, same deal. And start getting at least a couple of animals in your army. I'd rather walk through the jungle here. Just because at least then we're getting more herbs per turn. So here's the Wild Hunt. Doing its thing. Closing in on upgrading another beholder. Oh, really? Oh my god, you're not wrong. God, they're just so difficult to get anywhere. Edge of the map. Okay. We're gonna make you an elder druid. You can plant a 3rd crow tree here. Why not? I wonder, is that the single triari that's killed like 1,000 crows? A hedge wizard. What do you do? Hedge magic. Well. Guess I probably should have been able to figure out that. What is hedge magic? A gust of wind and sleep. Who have learned some kind of magic on their own or from another untrained mage are called a hedge wizard. Their control of magic is rudimentary at best, and they lack the theoretical knowledge needed to master the art. They are often tainted by the influences of nature, and the spells they learn are usually limited to what nature can influence. Well, you don't really seem like you're that good then, but... Can I also not level you up? Interesting. Go summon some birds for fun. Because why not? Okay. Oh, you have to take small keep. 28 mostly ballistas. You cannot take small keep. Maybe I should add the beholders into this army. Pick up that watchtower. I feel like there's so much happening. No library master on the hedge knight. Ah, I understand. Okay. I was like, can deer take on these sleepy death mushrooms? No? Okay. Well... This wizard is not a lot of use to me. I'm gonna try to bring him down and meet up with this army then. We can at least attack that hamlet. Figure out what's going on with the Fortress of the Ring there. Just add a few more people into this squad. Gotta love these guys. Here's Rye Tower. These ballistas do some serious work, man. Shocked we're not casting Earthquake. Maybe we forgot that we had it. I think as long as the beholders aren't sieging, we're in like okay shape with them. Basically, as long as they're not fighting siege weapons, I should say. They feel like they can kind of do anything. So, all right, that's Rye Tower then. So you can make your way over to Small Keep. Let's go, bop, bop. I'll just put you down there to meet them. This is an ancient forest. Oh my god. So I'm actually not going to have you cast anything if that's the case. That Fortress of the Ring is independent. How do a bunch of trees do against these mushrooms? Much better. Significantly so. Just one of these funny things where I'm still like, are we doing okay? I'm not sure. I'm gonna hide over there. And this guy has now 2 slow. Whoops. You are attacking Helm's Gate. Doesn't look like it's going to go very well for you, Wild Hunt. Oh, dude, the Wild Hunt sucks. It's unfortunate to say it, but it does seem to be the case that the Wild Hunt is just not particularly good. Suddenly, all my units disappeared in a fairy circle and reappeared at another location. I don't know who that was. This guy feels like he is trying to cut me off. I'm gonna go there because I feel like he's more likely to capture that library. You have 1,000 herbs. Why don't you call a primal being God of the Sea? Manan, the God of the Sea. Large shield, primal plane, combat caster, giant-sized amphibian ritual caster, sword of enfeeblement, javelins, torrent of tide, rising tide, army of waves, deluge. Maximum of about 25 lesser waters can be summoned in a single battle. That's kind of cool. He also has Displace Self, Beam of Light, Enchanted Sleep, and Color Spray. God of the Sea is perhaps the least dangerous of the heathen gods. The druid themselves claim he sits in a mighty hall in Mistag Megmel and rules over the sea. Since the druids see themselves as priests of the animals, it's right to surprise you that they revere an ancient and claims dominion over the sea. Remember, even fish are animals, and druids can learn to swim, even though they seem to reject the idea of a proper bath. Well, guess who's going into the ocean? If you guessed you, you'd be correct. Technically, I could probably summon animals on kelp forests and get an underwater squad. You're going to cast Heart of the Forest. You're going to cast Shepherd of the Woods. You're going to cast Lord of the Wild. This forest is online, baby. Still no idea what it does. What are you? A swamp god. Not much is known about the swamp god, but it's rumored to be placated by the sacrifices of living beings. Slimy. Oh, that didn't go very well. Then again, it was only my trees attacking, so I don't know that I have to be overly worried. You're attacking my outpost. I did not really see them coming down here. Not going very well. Baru, Baru. I mean, solid damage. We killed a lot of them, but now we have to get over there and kill them all again. Can you join in that fight? Looks like you can. You're going to go join on that squad. Manon, we're going to send you out to the sea as fast as you can be. You're going to summon a cockatrice. Get the last of those rituals. Serona. Not sure what I'm doing with you. Exploring the rest of this, I guess. I guess I could take that Fortress of the Ring if I wanted. Swamp God slimes right in your DMs. No problem. Those guys are done. Here's Small Keep. Basically me sacrificing all of my animals to the ballistas. Damn, dudes. It's so funny how many spells the beholders get. They really just don't seem like the kind of thing a druid would be summoning. Wand of the Witch found an amulet of hate. I think that makes her berserk. That's not a forest. So the unfortunate thing is if I had gotten one more turn, that would have killed them. So they only now have this outpost to get stuff from. I once again have no idea what's slowing me down here. Oh. Apparently I stole 3 ballistas in that fight. Interesting. I have a lot of money. Should probably summon at least some basic units in all of those bases. Again, somebody is slowing me here as well. And I can't tell you who. Range 1. Why are you on the front line? As a frost mage. That does not feel correct. We'll have them take that. You guys can start looking up that way. Manon's gonna hop into the sea. You're gonna summon an int and leave it behind. We'll take all these animals. That seems fine. That seems fine. That's fine. Finish these guys off. Melee Rage. Eye Tyrant Mummy. So many trees. I do wish we could open up like the Primal Plane. Is it like Battle Fright? No. What is it about this army that is making me slow? I wish they'd just show the speed here somewhere. Oh well. Guess we'll figure out in due course. So, you're in a kelp forest, god of the sea. That's new for us. I guess we might as well summon another wild tide. Doesn't really hurt. Other than the fact that it just like takes up, you know, a bunch of herbs. 300 herbs. Honestly, the illusionist might go capture that outpost for us. Ooh, yup. Damn, dude. Unless we get some hella chain lightnings going right now. Lamius the Senator has been eliminated due to no commander left. That was the last commander. Oh no, fish people took my fort. Well, sucks we just lost all those spellcasters. Here's the other edge of the world. Kelpman. So you do summon unique guys in here. They're slow. Is that all you can summon is Kelpman? No, you can also summon big fish. Fish are smelly and stupid, but otherwise they do not resemble trolls. Most fish live in the sea, but a few can be found in frying pans and similar devices. Fish are generally harmless to the armored soldier, but some grow huge and wise and can potentially be dangerous to bathing children. Well, that's what we needed in this battle. I guess I can't go off land if all I have is fish. Or I can't go back on the land if all I have is fish. Well, we still have our druids. And now it's only the illusionist and the witch who's left? If I'm understanding this correctly. You're in a plain. You're in a forest. This is good. This is really good. Yeah. See, that's wild to me. To be like a free army that just keeps spawning is capable of just, if they catch them in a forest, wiping them out completely. It's a very satisfying effect. Just gonna give you some basic troops for shock. You're gonna take this. You're gonna take that. You're probably gonna take that iron mine as well. I'd like you to chase down that army. Though I ain't entirely certain it's possible. Distribute the fish to the frying pans. That's what they wanted. That's not gonna work. So now it's all about so blue has, I think, Helm's Gate and the Wind Tower. And I think those are all his citadels. And then the witch has the swamps here, here. Probably down here. But we are definitely closing in on all of them. Uh-oh. Cannot enter land squares. Okay, so frozen does not count as land. That's good. Valuable information. Blink dog. Woodmen. Dude, lots of grizzly bears. 6 grizzly bears. I try to chase them down with my beholder. Yeah, they're gonna come back to us if we got that beholder. Drawing their attention. You can't move. Wow. Major movement penalties. I mean, if you can only move 2, you could at least move and summon? No. Okay, so it's not land, but it's also not ocean for the purposes of summoning. So I guess let's teleport down to that wood. And then we can focus on the blue guys down there. 1 unit drowned. What other unit drowned? Oh, bird. A Leo campus. Maybe being slow is not so bad. Honestly, being forced to move too, but being able to do a minor summon every single round. There's something to be said there. Do I have a big army? I don't actually feel like I do. Not enough to take on 87 of these guys. Maybe we could be a little bit more smart about that. See where we end up. Fighting in spider thickets. Ents. Alright. You're gonna go after them. You have 127 units. A lot of snakes. A fair number of big mythic units. So I think we'll go for Helm's Gate. Oops, that was the wrong button, but okay. A Leo Campus. I mean, I have to assume that this guy is pretty good at fighting on its own. He can also summon a bunch of water elementals, so... Here's the Beholders. How are all of our ballistas going to do in this fight? Okay, the fact that I can sleep basically their entire army and then do whatever the hell that was. Triarius found a serpent Chris. A crossbowman found an elven cloak. Go on. A serpent Chris. Yeah, you just stab people with it. Okay. Oh, you're the reason we're slow. Oh, I feel like you're new. And you found a elven cloak, which gives you stealth. All right, sure. Why not? $41 units, 1 catapult. Yeah, we can take that for sure. The Void. Movement cost 1. Am I gonna die if I jump in the Void? I say it out loud and it sounds obvious. And yet, I'm still gonna ask it. Pigs, pigs, pigs. That is merely the literal map edge. Okay. So we're not a wraparound world. Good to know. So many trees, man. There goes that hag, making her way north again. I feel like I don't know where most of these monsters are coming from. Like, if I have every ancient forest on the map, how are there still animals spawning that aren't mine? Somehow there is still a spider thicket up here, which is hilarious because there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that we own. We're gonna grab this, and then this beholder is gonna have to do a very slow walk across the entire continent, which sucks for him. I guess let's go north with Manad. I kind of thought there would just be more stuff out here, so we'll summon some fish. Maybe we can have him do some, like, greater mastery spells. Legendary beings. A couple of mythic beasts. Here's Helm's Gate. Oh, yeah. No problem. Oh, the moose is so big, it just climbs over the walls and starts trampling everybody. Okay, that slabs. You're going to take that citadel back. Clearly you do. Forest Shepherd found an orb of power. Interesting. You've taken Helm's Gate. You're going to go after this hag army that last time I fought killed me. But I feel much stronger with this army. And then that's Wind Tower. So, I'm sorry, what does blue have left? Fog Tower? Maybe they have a base down here? They own that rainbow. Illusions. Oh, unless I'm in a forest, I can't cast the good spells. I always forget about this. Primal Being? Why not? Hey, it's the Hooded Spirit back in action. He is currently split. So I'm going to unify. I will unify him next turn. And add him to the squad. It's a big fight down here. My moose didn't really have a good chance to heal, which is unfortunate because I think these Banes are probably going to do a lot of damage to the living. Yeah. You know what, man? The moose lived its life the way it needed to. Did good work. We got a snake staff. That hag is picking up more forests. Some woof going on, right? Wind Tower, 3 soulless. 7 heavy infantry. Ah, Serenity. That's got to be where he is. Yeah, I bet that's where he is. Okay, so unify. I'm actually just going to add them into this army. Because I think that would be the most useful for me right now. Summon a Chimera, and I'm going to summon... Nice. Primal Moose and some Leogryphs. Do I accidentally have Woodmen in this army? Something is giving me slow here again, and I don't know what it is. Seems to be like the constant state that I am in right now is getting slow cast on me and not understanding why. What do you got to do? 4 beholders. This is great. They've been very fun. Let me tell you. They've been doing God's work. Just absolutely steamrolling everything they run into right now. So, there's a part of me that's like, I should go down here. And there's a part of me that's like, the witch is here and here. So I'm going to need 2 armies on this side anyway. Blink Dogs. Big snakes. Little snakes. Pick up your library. And then what if we set the beholders against Hades? Because I kind of think that they could do that. I kind of believe that they could do anything right now, if I'm going to be honest. Something tells me they could do anything if we believed in them. Okay, you have 3 Chimera. I think you're probably ready to do some damage. I might get rid of those dwarves over there. Partly just as like an opportunity to level up a bit. Ambush. Ambushed by ghosts. Ambushed by spooky guys. Ooh. An air elemental. A cloud village. Cloud fungus. You know what, man? Summon a crow in the sky. And let me know how that goes for us. I want to know what's up there. I have enough to advance 2 more of those beholders right now. If I brought them to the library. It's tempting. That's tempting. Oh, wow. The birds have really good movement in the sky. Who would have guessed, right? Cute senses, tiny, flying. You know what, man? Just because I'm curious, because we've never really been up here. Actually, that's enough. We'll go down. We're bumping into something. This is their last location in Serenity. We can skip this. We can skip that. This guy. We've never really seen him fight. He just summons a bunch of fish. Classic. I like how there's like not really that much good underwater, but having him just gives you a bunch of stuff pretty much for free. 296 dwarves. I don't know, man. Do I want to fight that? I mostly want to see what that portal goes to, because I'm assuming it's some sort of underwater something or other. More fish. You're my only druid right now. They all have pickaxes. Earth-branded arbalists. No, this does not seem like a great time for us. I'm tempted, but I don't think I'm tempted enough. They just attacked Serenity. They might have just killed blue for me. No. So he's got another base somewhere. That is the Bog Witch at least, though. And I can attack her right now, so I'm going to do that. And then we're going to go for this Tartarian Spirit. Which really does not seem like it's that tough. Honestly. If that's the gate to hell, doesn't seem like it's going to be that bad a time. Wow. A lot of my moves are just getting deleted, man. This thing is crazy. Death Gaze, Wide Cone on top of a wall. I can't kill him. The witch is healing faster than I can do damage. What's really funny is she also has all these like never healing wounds now. Oh! Well, we did kill the witch. What are you casting? Acid Spray. And Summon Water. Her magic resistance was high enough to constantly avoid the Death Gaze, but not high enough to avoid the tentacles. Okay, the boulders are doing great. I can't believe, man. It's another god down. Initiate of the Metal Order. Metal Arcana. Well, let's summon him in the Academy. That is the hag at least wounded. This is what I really want to see. That's the fight I really want to know what's up with. Ooh, a Tatsu. What are you? A serpentine dragon with golden scales of a carp, the head of a camel, the horns of a deer, and the claws of a tiger. Sure as ugly as any monstrosity that serves the Bakemono kings. Cool. I like this guy. We'll see if our god of the sea can take him out. Well, hell, dude, you might as well do you might as well become a max level mage if we're gonna do this. Iron Storm, Battle Fortune, Soldiers of Steel, armor +2. This does 1 to 6 damage to all enemies. This does luck 25. This is Lether Earth Elementals. Iron Shard is 3 strikes, range 6. Probably that. I don't know what we're gonna do for your army. Nothing good, that's for sure. All right, Tartarus. Dead. Well, that was easy. Turns out when you have this many disintegrate spells, not a lot standing in your way. They've come ashore in Rivia. But like, how am I meant to know where Rivia is? Or is it just that because I'm druids, I only know what trees are called? Typhia, I mean, we know that town. I mean, that kind of feels like it's the only real town on the map. Which has got me a little bit confused. It has to be a city. So what you're telling me is there's a city somewhere I just don't know about. Well, dudes, let's do something really fun. Oh, I have no movement. We wait one turn. One last turn. My crows. Not found it yet. Okay, so I think there's actually 2 cities then we haven't found. Where are we? Agartha. Ancient statue of Davalin. A ballista found a magic treasure. Pendant of luck. I don't think you need that, ballista. Let's give it to somebody else. What is down here? Earth gnomes, elder things, green ooze, strange things. What are elder things? Strange beings from the distant past that once ruled all that is Elysium and explored the world beneath. When they opened gates into the void and explored the madness beyond time, they unleashed the horrors of the void and succumbed to insanity. For millennia, the elder thing and their lore have been absent. Now they're summoned back from the void by mad cultists searching for hidden knowledge. Well, I got a feeling this is not where I need to go. Damn, dude, I thought for sure that was going to be like a portal into Inferno or something. I mean, we can teleport into Hades. Ancient temples. Ancient sky temples. I think I'm just going to put that guy on sentry right now because I'm not really sure what to do to him. The Bog Witch is our biggest issue. So we do have a druid stack coming down there. Ironically enough, what I probably should do is pull the druids to here so that they can explore this area. But I think what I'll have to do is I'll bring the beholder across the desert to explore this location. Because that's like the only stuff we haven't seen yet. And then the witch and blue, they're both like, they can basically only exist on this continent. We have like all of this section is all ours now. So we're getting there. We got 2,000 herbs. We could summon some more primordial beings as well. But we're going to have to do it in the next episode. So you'll have to come back tomorrow and see how it all ends. And what we do for the next campaign as well. So come back then. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.